Welcome back to the Abbeville First Bank Southern Fried Morning Show right here on WZLA 92.9 FM and streaming worldwide, WZLAradio.com. I'm Benji, that's Lacey. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have one of my favorite people on the face of this planet in studio with us right now, Mr. JL Fulks. What's going on, brother?
Just living the dream. Great to be back in Abbeville.
Man, yeah, you are literally one of our favorite guests, and this is, I don't know, you've been 4 or 5 times now, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it a stop every time I come through.
Yeah. Well, you're rarely in this area now, but usually maybe a week every summer or so. So I always have to reel you in, scoop you up, and get you in here whenever you are around. Still in Nashville doing anything, right?
Yeah, man, and I used to come back to town a lot, and then lately it's just been pretty crazy in Nashville, so I've been kind of just hanging there, so just kind of doing a little in and out run.
Yeah.
And
I feel weird if you wasn't here around July 1st. it would kind of feel wrong.
It's almost a tradition at this point.
It really is. I think I've been doing it for 7 or 8 years now, where I just come back and do the summer thing.
Yeah.
But,
I think I originally met you. And this is weird because our last guest, I originally met them in the same spot. It was the Square on Air that we did back during COVID.
Oh, that show was awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
I missed that, man. That was cool.
I made so many friends then during that. People I didn't know, and got to meet all kinds of great, musicians and artists and stuff. And you're definitely one of them. This dude is one of the hardest working guys on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And there is constant content creation, studio work. I mean, you're constantly playing not only out, but, studio type stuff, and people are basically buying your guitar playing. I mean, I don't know how else to put that. But you are ridiculously busy.
Yeah, man. Well,
Are you still doing that?
I am.
Good, because I've told a few people.
Awesome. Yeah, the studio stuff kind of started just recording guitar and stuff, and now I'm actually doing more production and stuff, like producing songs for people, awesome, and then doing custom songs for people, recording on people's tracks, and doing evaluations and consultations and stuff like that. So it's a great job I'm able to do from my studio at home in Nashville. Yeah. And then I get to pick and choose where I want to play in Nashville and on the road. So it's pretty cool. Good
Consultant. Deal. That would be my dream job. To get paid for my opinion.
Yeah. I get them here and there. It's not like an everyday thing, but they come in here and there. And, I try to give young artists some good tips. And most of the time it's people in other countries that just don't have access to, musicians.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
How have you seen the industry kind of evolving and changing over the last few years? Because you're on the cutting edge of everything there. Yeah,
I'd have to say the craziest thing that's happened lately is AI, and I'd say probably the last 3 production orders I've gotten are people that have made songs with AI. And then they want to change a lot of things in the song.
Wow.
They want to re-record the guitars, and most of the times you have to start from the ground up. They'll start with kind of the AI song. It's like a template, and then I build an actual real production with it.
Yeah. Whew. The Randy Travis has a new song out.
I heard that. Yeah.
AI.
I don't know if that's a door to open up for this whole AI thing.
I mean, if somebody doesn't bring back Tupac. I think there's missed opportunities.
Well, Universal Music just signed a big deal where they could take an artist's voice and make an AI version of it.
Yeah.
And then they own the rights to apparently the artist gets royalties from it and stuff, but basically they can make a fake voice out of one of their artists and use it on a song and not even be the artist.
Think about, all right, for instance, let's say the family trust of Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody comes up and is like, hey, we can reproduce his voice with AI.
It's already out there.
If you give us permission to, we'll put this out and reap in. You're going to have new music out from Hank Williams Sr. pretty soon.
It's already out. I heard Hank Williams' version of the Beyonce song, the country one. And it actually was really good, and it sounded just like Hank. I couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable.
I got to Google that.
This ain't Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
This Ain't Texas, Hank Williams version, was on TikTok. I saw it. It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't even like the song until I heard Hank.
How much further does it go? I mean, what's next?
Yeah, it's kind of scary for guys like me too, because it's like you're either going to get to a point where like people just don't care about real instruments in their songs, and I mean that's kind of been the case, for a while, because people have been using like electronic drums and stuff for a while. So really, like AI in the music world has kind of been around for a while, really since the '80s. Mm-hmm. But now more than ever, I mean, people can type something in a command prompt, and they get a fully produced hit song out of it, and it's
that just seems wrong.
It does seem wrong, right? Because like I feel like there's going to be a lot of copyright stuff that come out of it, because there's no way it's like generating it from nothing. Like it's sampling different songs, and creating something.
I think that is going to be the biggest difference. Is a computer has to pull from other sources. It can't create from nothing.
Exactly. It's a database. It's sampling other stuff, and but I think for as far as live music goes, that's always going to be there.
Yeah.
So. But as far as like the studio stuff, I'm hoping, I don't know. Like I said, like I get a lot of people that come to me with AI songs that are already great, but the guitars sound like trash. So they want someone like me to go and do it right.
Well, they're coming to the right guy, because we've said it before and we'll say it again. JL Fulks is the finest guitar player that we've ever had on the show, period.
Absolutely. Still.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt. No question about it. And, it's incredible, man. I think that
I'm pumped because I still have the picture of you holding my baby.
I was
2 years ago.
I was just talking to him about that. Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was.
Because he was holdable. He was a baby.
Yeah,
you can't catch that dude now.
Yeah, but he's running all over the place.
God Almighty.
Oh man, that's wild. That is wild. So, you got any public shows coming up? I know you're playing some private shows and stuff here in the area. You got any other places you're going to be?
Yeah. So this time around, I was actually kind of coming here to take some time off, because it's just been so crazy in Nashville lately. But the last couple of days, I went out and filmed some fishing videos out on Lake Secession and stuff. And
nice.
Got out with one of my best friends and just kind of been hanging out. And then today I'm playing a festival in Fountain Inn. Mm-hmm. It's called Sounds of Summer. It's at 6 p.m. and that's going to be a good band show we're playing. And then tomorrow I'm just doing a little acoustic gig on the lake at the landing, Jets Landing.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah.
What time is that?
I believe it's 3 o'clock.
Oh,
I have to double check, but I think it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. That'll be a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Fun time. You catching anything on the lake?
Yeah, well, we've been going through this big heat wave here, so it's been a little tough. But we got on them, so we had a good time.
Are they diving a little deeper in this heat?
Yeah, they were very finicky out there when I was out there, but we did get on them. They're biting.
Yeah. I mentioned he's a content creator, a YouTube channel. There's tons of fishing videos and stuff. I mean, you run like a.
Do you have a team now, or is it still just? You doing all this now?
Yeah, Tyler just
I get a few friends to help me out and stuff, and then I hire some help here and there. But most of the time, I'm doing everything myself. And
that's a lot. It's a lot, even just to keep up with every platform.
Oh yeah, like as far as like social media goes, I don't post like every day, probably like I should, and it's because like I'm actually working in the business, and I just don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I run like 2 YouTube channels. I'd say YouTube is probably the thing I put the most content out on. And I have my artist channel, in which I do all kinds of guitar stuff and reviews and songwriting stuff. And then I have my fishing channel as well. And I kind of took a hiatus from that, and I've been bringing it back recently. So
it's really neat because he's in like a kayak, and there's like cameras all over the kayak, and he's out there fishing and watching him. You get to watch him rip lips.
I like doing it on the kayak because you can go places where a boat can't go.
Yeah,
and that's sometimes is where the good fish are too.
So, do you have a bucket list fish, or have you already caught it, or?
Yeah, so
is there like one? Because you always hear about like these fishermen like on TV and stuff. They're chasing like one fish.
The megalodon.
Well, I'm definitely chasing a double-digit bass.
Yeah.
So I want to catch a 10-pounder. That's the dream, and I want to do it from a kayak. And then, as far as like bucket list fish go, I caught a tarpon on the fly a couple years ago down in Florida, and that was kind of like the mecca.
Yeah.
It's like once you catch a tarpon on a fly, like it's kind of the best.
Yeah, it's hard to beat.
It's
that.
hard to beat that.
Right.
But I do want to catch like a double-digit bass. That's my goal.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's good stuff. I've never done that either. I think 8 is about the biggest I've ever caught.
That's bigger than what I've caught. Like I've caught a lot of like 5 and 6 pounders, but I've been trying to break that.
So I was like 11, 12 years old. I mean, awesome. Just absolute luck. Absolutely.
Yeah. If anyone's got a private pond with some big bass in it, hit me up out there.
Yeah.
This actually was a private pond just off of Lake Greenwood.
Right on.
When I did that. Yep, sure did. JL Fulks in the house with us, and going to be playing up in Fountain Inn Festival tonight, 6 o'clock. You mentioned full band. Is this the same guys that you tour around with sometimes, or you just got some kind of hired guns and stuff going on?
Yeah, so I've kind of got like my core guys here in South Carolina that I use, and then I've got guys in Nashville I use. So that's kind of been the financially best way to kind of do the band thing, because touring these days is really tough.
Yeah.
That's why I've cut back from touring, is that it's just financially it doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you're just really killing it. It's so that's the way I kind of do it, and then I kind of stay at friends' places and stuff like that and make it work.
With the streaming and the 0.2 of a penny that you get per stream, it's touring
sad.
is really, selling merch and going out and really grinding is kind of the way of the world for a lot of artists right now.
Yeah, like back when I used to put out like EPs and stuff, we'd print out the CDs and go sell them on the road, and you'd pay back what you put into the studio stuff within a year.
Yeah.
So like I would sell a bunch of CDs, make back $5,000-$10,000, and then go do it again. But now with streaming, you have to have millions of streams to do that, to even make your money back.
Yeah.
And it's it's like Spotify. It's great for the consumer, but bad for the artist.
Right.
Yeah. You want to take us out with a little picking and grinning?
Oh, it's the old traditional.
It's gotta be.
But, I put new strings on this. I put new strings on this because I knew you guys would probably ask.
All right, we'll see you guys Monday morning. JL Fulks is going to take us out. Have a great weekend.
Well, Steve Ray Vaughan here.